Welcome. In this video, we'll be looking at an introduction to the BPOS till. This is the BPOS till logon screen. Prior to using the BPOS till, you must log in. There are multiple ways that you can log into your till. Firstly, as you see the keypad on the screen, you can enter your operator number and you can log into the till this way. Alternatively, you can use either a MAG card or maybe a proximity sensor or even an RFID card to log into your till. When you log in, your operator privileges will be applied to the till at that time, meaning your operator privileges as set in the back office will determine the features and functions that you are able to access in the till. Any function that you do not have privilege for, the system will prompt you for a manager's code. Just looking at the till screen, you can see that it is divided up into numerous areas. Firstly, in the top left-hand corner, it shows me my operator and the date and time and other status information. Below this is where the current transaction will be displayed. Lower down, we have a numeric keypad and a few key function keys, being clear, cancel, plus, and print. To the right, down the bottom, we have numerous function keys. These function keys will vary according to your personal customizations for your tills. Plus also remember that each till in your venue can be different and have different function keys available on each one. These function keys are customized within the back office under the System Setup menu within the Override Map Editor. Above this, we see the product keys. These are determined by the key maps within BPOS. You'll see across the top there are 4 tabs. These tabs control which keys are being shown on the till at any one time. You can have any number of tabs from 1 up to 20 tabs. These tabs together make up a key set. That is, a key set is a group of key maps that you define. A key set is then allocated to a till. Different tills can have different key sets, and in fact, a single till can be allocated different key sets for different times during the day or different days of the week. This enables you to have any till perform multiple functions throughout the week. Let's quickly do a transaction on the till. Looking at the key map, I can either have keys on the key map that by one press will just sell a product immediately, or as this key map is set up, I have a key called Light Meals, which will then present me with the products within the light meals area. Then I can select beef nachos, and you can see that it sells that product immediately. Alternatively, I could have a product that prompts me for condiments. If I go into grill and select mixed grill, you'll see now it is asking me for the way of cooking. I can select medium well. It now asks me for a sauce. And lastly, it will ask me for any extras that I wish on the meal. You can see at the top left-hand corner is my transaction shown on the screen, and from here I can simply press, say, the $50 fast tender, and you can see that it now tells me my change is $8.50. As you see, products can have condiments preset to them. These condiments can either be free of charge or they can add another charge to the product. Another way of ringing up a condiment is to have it directly on the keyboard, like we have here. You see we have buttons, adds, instructions, taken, chargeable sauce, and nose. These would be used like this. If I ring up a beef nachos, I can click the nose and it shows me all the condiments that tells the kitchen that I wish to have, say, no anchovies. You'll see that the no anchovies has been added to the beef nachos. This would then print on the receipt that may print in the kitchen or display in the kitchen. Another alternative, if you wish to use a condiment that doesn't exist in the system, if you go into the product menu, there is an option called text condiment. Here you can type in your own free text and that will be a condiment on this product. We can enter in our condiment that we wish to print in the kitchen with this product. When I click on OK, you'll see that it has also been added to the beef nachos. This would also be printed through to the kitchen. Okay, now let's look at a few other options of when we're ringing up products. Firstly, let's look at multiple products. If I wish to sell a beef nachos, I can simply click it once. If I wish to sell another one, I can simply just click it again and I get 2 beef nachos. An alternative way of doing this might be to hit the number 2 first and then hit beef nachos. You'll see on the screen that it is sold 2 beef nachos at $37. If at this point I realise that I need a third one, instead of clicking the button again, I can use the plus key. If I click the plus key once, you'll see that the beef nachos is now changed to 3. This is more useful if I wish to add, say, 5 more. I can go 5 and plus, and you'll see now it has changed to 8. Conversely, if I wish to remove some of these, I can actually go -2 and hit the plus key, and it will actually take 2 off the 8, leaving me with 6. If I now wish to remove that line from the transaction altogether, I can simply hit the clear key. When I do this, the line that is highlighted on the sale will then be cleared from the transaction. I can, using my finger, go up and highlight a different transaction line and then hit the clear key, and that line will be removed from the transaction. If I remove all the lines from the transaction, this is now cleared the whole transaction out and I'm no longer in a transaction. A quicker way of cancelling a whole transaction is to use the cancel button. If I ring up a few products and then simply click the cancel key, you'll see that the whole transaction has been cancelled. The ability to clear an item or cancel a whole transaction is dependent on your operator privileges. In fact, all the way throughout the till, the operator privileges will control what you can and cannot do. Additionally, there are many configurable options within the till, and as we go through this video, you may find that your tills operate slightly different to the video due to different options being set in the back office. Now we have looked at how to add an item to a transaction. Let's add a couple of items, and now let's look at how we can pay these off. Across the bottom, you'll see that we have numerous payment options, the far right one being cash. At this point, if I click this, my till is prompting me to enter a tender amount. This is an option within the system, and your system may or may not ask you this question. At this point, I can either click the OK button, meaning that the correct change was tendered, or I can enter a tender amount, and when I click OK, the system will show me that I have a change due of $13. Alternatively, on this till, I have some preset tenders. If I ring up a product again, I can simply click the $20 key, and it will immediately show me the change from the $20. But what about other payment types? Credit cards, foreign currencies, etc. Any of these keys can be put directly on this first screen, but by default, they are always accessible via the payment key. Once I click the payment key, I get a screen that shows me all the payment types that are available to me. You can see across the top there are numerous credit cards, and these credit cards are configurable in the back office. So these will be the credit cards that your venue accepts. Under this, we can have other foreign currencies. Here we have the UK pound and euro. Below this, you'll see that there are other types of finalizers. Cash, which is what we have on the front screen. We have a FPOS key, check, plus any other payment types that your venue accepts. They will be listed here automatically on your screen. You'll see also we have a key for tips, and if we are selling to an account charge key below will appear. Alternatively, I can simply click the exit key and I'll go back to the main till screen. Let's now use one of the credit card types. If I go beef nachos, I go into payment, then I can simply click the MasterCard key. In this case, it is asking me to tender to MasterCard. I'll just click OK, and I finalize the transaction. You may charge a handling fee for some credit cards. So if once again I sell a beef nachos, and this time I sell American Express. You'll see here that system is telling me that a 3% handling fee will apply. It is showing me that it's $18.50 with the 3%, which is 55 cents, and the new total is $19.05. I can either click the yes, which will accept that, and then I tender off the $19.05, or going back in there, if I click the no, it would simply put me back into the transaction to select a different payment type. So in this case, I'll just finalize on cash. Okay, let's look at some of the other common functions that I'll use on the till. Firstly, an important concept is to always log out when you've finished using the till. Here you'll see there is a logout key. By clicking that once, it takes me back to the login screen. From here now, either I or another operator can simply log in to use the till. Alternatively, if the till is already logged in and another operator wishes to use the till, rather than log out, they can simply type in their login number and then click the logout key. You'll see that it has automatically logged the other operator in. Likewise, if you're using cards or other login devices, you can easily swipe the card and it will just log the other operator in. A common function you'll have to do from time to time is to print a receipt. A till may be set to print receipts automatically or only after certain types of transactions. You can also manually print a receipt by simply clicking the print key after a transaction is finalized. This will simply print a receipt to the designated receipt printer. But remember, the receipt printer for a till may not be connected to that till. It may print to a printer that's connected to another till somewhere else in the venue. If you wish to print a receipt for a transaction that was prior to the last transaction, firstly you would need the manager's privilege. Then, accessing the manager menu, there is a key called Reprint Previous Sale. Clicking this will give me a list of all the previous transactions that I've had. I can use the next page and previous page to scroll back through all the transactions that have occurred at this till. I can simply highlight one of the transactions that I wish to print and then click the reprint key. This will then reprint the transaction just as it was printed originally. Okay, as you can imagine, there are many functions on the till and it would take a long time to go through every single function. There are other videos covering a lot of the management functions and other videos covering things such as table accounts, bistro, using vouchers, and other till specific functions. This has been an introduction to the BPOS till.